welcome to FANatics. This issue is all about London Comic Con. We're going to meet celebrities, and we're going to meet vendors, and we're going to talk to cosplayers. I can't wait. Let's go inside.
This year at London Comic Con, we're going bigger and better. We got more square footage, more vendors, more attractions, more entertainment, and more celebrities. Just more. This year we have 100 vendors plus 40 Artist Alley participants.
Make it lit! Make it lit!
Celebrities, all in all, we're expecting 15 celebrities. So we have everyone from LeVar Burton to Kevin Sorbo, Lori Petty, Pat Mastriani, Spencer Rice, and it just goes on and on. Choosing celebrities, we take a lot of feedback from the fans, what's popular out on TV land at the time or in movie world, and we source through agents, through personal connections. Both Jake and I have a lot of connections in the film industry, so we've approached them based on their availability and price point. We make a selection. Oh, most definitely bringing back the celebrity Q&As. We have 10 plus Q&As scheduled for the main stage, which is anyone who attended last year. We keep it dead center on the show floor, so it's all inclusive, and everyone has their opportunity to hear the celebrities talk to the audience about their latest project, funny stories, and you can even ask questions of the celebrities yourself as we pass the mic to the crowd. Yeah, once you walk through the doors, we have a bunch of different themed attractions going on. So we have brand new with the Nomad Ghostbusters, or Ghostbusters Zone. We can take a picture in front of the Vigo painting, play a lot of fun interactive Ghostbusters related games. We met the Nomad Ghostbusters last year at our con. We thought they were really cool. We just started chatting, and together we built a whole interactive Ghostbusters Zone everyone's going to get to check out this year. So it's brand new, fresh, never been at another con before. No one's ever seen this. So, you know, we're not looking to do cookie cutter from what other people do. We're actually trying to build unique experiences, and we'll keep doing that year after year with all the people that are involved with us thus far. We have the Doctor Who Society and Dalek Empire involved, so you can check out everything Doctor Who. We have a special Star Wars zone. And brand new to this year, we have Smash Wrestling, so we have live wrestling going on all weekend long. We had wrestling involved in year one, and it was a hit, and we stepped away last year, but this year, yeah, we're bringing Smash back in a big way, so all 3 days. The way we try to keep things fresh and exciting every year is just by searching and seeking out those new, really cool attractions, and just building on our current successes. We're hoping for 10,000 people this year. Last year we had 7,500 people, so hopefully this year we'll beef it up, and we're hoping to hit the 10,000 person mark.
Aspect to London Comic Con are the incredible celebrities that they bring in.
If you're like 30 years old, you saw League of Their Own and Free Willy on Point Break, I take her, you know, you're at least gonna want to know what I want, even if you don't want me. So I went upstairs and that was that. So the takeaway is a closed mouth don't get fed. So you better ask for what you want. because that's how I got on Orange. Hello?
What is it that you enjoy most about coming to the cons?
Well, aside from your mic saber that you have here, that's pretty impressive. But I honestly love meeting fans. I really think that the way I look at it, my fans pay my salary, and so the fact that anybody would enjoy or appreciate my work enough that they would take the time out of their lives to come and meet me is really flattering, and I'm always happy to do it.
What do they talk most to you about?
I get asked different questions about, usually about either Gilmore Girls or Guardians of the Galaxy, different things about what it's like being on set, or, I get a whole, there are about 50 different questions that I get, but I get them, they rotate, so I get them,
I couldn't ask you this up there because I wasn't sure with the kids, but PG porn, what can you tell me about it?
PG porn was like this germ of an idea that I had many, many years ago that I shared with my brothers, and leave it to my brother James to take the really sort of weird and almost dark idea that I have and turning it into something really funny and brilliant. But the idea was that it would just be a series of shorts that were essentially just porn without the sex parts, that it was just like they would just be the scenes, and then they would come to this sort of ending, and then of course, but it was a weird idea, and it was back and then a few years later he got approached by Spike TV, and he had an idea for how to make him really funny, and then of course he wrote these great scripts for him. But it was a fun thing to do, but you run out of ideas there pretty quickly, so I wouldn't be expecting any more of those to hit the internet anytime soon.
And what have we got coming up? A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. I've got the Gilmore Girls reboot is November 25th. I am in a horror film called The Belko Experiment, which will be premiered on March 17th. It gets released in theaters. And then May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I'm really stoked for. I think it's just about the best. It felt like the best movie I'd ever been a part of while I was shooting it. It really was a magnificent project to work on.
This is my first ever Comic-Con. I'm a Comic-Con virgin, and the fact that it's in London made it the one that I wanted to come to. So it was a treat for me to be here. I went to Western. I went to grade school here in the second and third grade. And my family all went to Western. So I have a long history here. It was great to come back.
People love that you're here because where else would we get to meet you? So that's why it's fantastic that you're here at a Comic-Con.
Well, I have very little Comic-Con sci-fi cred, not nearly what the other people. I think I'm here mostly as a native son. I've done actually a lot of sci-fi TV shows or movies. We had a nice trilogy at Disney called Not Quite Human, where my son was a robot. That and things like Outer Limits, that's about as deeply as I've ever been cast in the Comic-Con world. So I'm peripheral at best, but it's an interesting study in very creative humanity here. The people who show up in costumes and play their roles all day long. I mean, it's wonderful. This is real commitment. I think this is as devoted a fan as you will ever see, short of the guys who go to football games in January naked and paint their whole body in the team color.
And did you do that when you were at Western?
No, I was not a big drinker.
Anything you'd like to promote coming up?
Not a damn thing. I'm just here having some fun, and we have our series Unusually Thicke is back on the air in the States for its third season. I think those episodes have already aired here, but having a ball.
Let's talk about Death House.
Yay, Death House. Death House is, probably the most amazing film I've ever worked on, truthfully. It was originated by Gunnar Hansen, the original screenplay, and then taken over by Entertainment Factory, Rick Finkelstein and Stephen Chase. And they brought it to Harrison Smith, my business partner, who wrote and directed it. And the story is so original and cool. You saw the trailer. It's, it's moody, it's creepy, it has some sci-fi element to it, and it's just, I think that it's really going to captivate audiences, and fortunately, it's been, hailed as the fourth, most exciting horror movie to come in 2017.
We love that you keep coming back to London.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad it's still standing. I haven't burned it down yet. Yeah, well, you might have to ask another guest to find out if it really is still standing. We had a good time. London is fun.
Let's promote exactly what's coming up and when Death House comes out.
Okay, so Death House will be, I would say, early 2017. We are in pre-production right now for a movie called Garlic and Gunpowder with Entertainment Factory and Harrison Smith. And I couldn't be happier. I play a 400-pound mob boss with a cigar. Yes, I am she's the big villain, and I love that. As an actress, to be challenged like that in such a crazy role, and I'll be in prosthetics and whatnot, is it's riveting. It's truly amazing to change shoes like that. And thank goodness that Harrison, Rick, and Steve just said, yeah, go, you can do it. I'm so happy. So I'm lucky to have that incredible team.
And I have to say, still Sleepaway Camp. People love the movie.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that's my baby, 35 years, and she's still chugging along. So they're going to have me in the walker, coming in. Hi, guys. It's thank goodness for Sleepaway Camp, because the only reason I'm in the genre is because of that movie. So I love it. I do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about Death House.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I
can't
wanna
tell
know-
you much. I can't tell you much. We're not allowed to tell you much, but
Okay, tell us the premise.
it's a house of death,
That's all you can tell.
hence the title.
And I'm guessing you can't tell us your character or anything like
I'm
that.
allowed to say the name, I guess. I play Satan.
And that's all you can tell us, that you play Satan?
Yes, I was sworn to secrecy.
What's this interesting other movie that you're doing?
I just finished writing, and I'm producing a movie called Crust about an old, a sad sack type of guy who lives and works in a laundromat and collects all the other socks, the leftover socks from people's laundry, keeps them in a pile, and he cries on them one day after being beat up, and they come to life and become a revenge monster. So that is produced by Felissa Rose. She's going to be in it, and there's going to be some fun names from, hopefully we're getting Billy Zabka from Karate Kid to be in it, and I star in it. And we've got the people who did the special effects for Teen Wolf or creating the sock monster. So, yeah. So we're good. I mean, it's very exciting. It was very fun.
What do you think of these cons?
I love them. I mean, we have a weird job. Week in, week out, we have a strange job. But you don't realize how much it affects people till you come to the cons and how much you touch people's lives. And, you just think, oh, I'm working with these other artists and we're getting something done, and then we make something else. But you forget that it goes into people's living rooms and it affects people. So it's really nice to get that side of it,
What's the difference between, clearly you do television, but now you're going into comics. What's the difference there?
Well, you know what? The Hypno Bitch was a movie idea. And if anybody knows what it's like to try to raise money to make a movie, it's a catastrophic nightmare. Catastrophic. Okay. And so I'm at a Comic-Con doing an appearance, and the artist, Tony Gray, I'd never met him before. And I just told him this idea I have for a movie I'm trying to get made, and he goes, well, why don't you do a comic book? And it never occurred to me because I'm not an artist, and it's not my thing. So, but writing is my thing. And what's nice about Hypno Bitch is it's loosely based on reality, because Tony Lee is a real-life hypnotist, and it's a XXX hypnotist, so he's a naughty hypnotist. And if you've watched Kenny versus Spenny, I'm kind of like a very gullible person. So the concept of having an evil hypnotist who meets a very suggestible guy, extremely suggestible, and kidnaps him and takes him on a crime spree, it's a good thing for the comic book genre, I think, and we're excited about it.
And since you mentioned Kenny versus Spenny, it's amazing how a new generation likes the show now because they can see it.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, we've been off the air for 7 years, and I tell people that, and it's like, oh, wow, really? And but the show has been a gift and an absolute nightmare at the same time for me. I think I had 12 nervous breakdowns over the course of the series, but it's a funny show. I mean, I have to admit that, and people like it. So and you get a lot of exposure. I wouldn't be at this Comic-Con if we didn't have that show. No one would know who the hell I am. So I got to be grateful for it, even though it's potentially ruined my life several times.
So they said, no, Joey's mom's Jewish, his dad's Italian or whatever. They said, okay. But I remember getting a phone call after the 3 weeks, and everybody was really nervous and excited at the same time. And I remember the acting coach calling me up saying, so, Pat, did you have a good time doing the workshops? I said, yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. If this is it, I really appreciated the opportunity. This is great. She goes, well, if you're not busy over the summer, we'd like you to play Joey Jeremiah. And I literally lost my mind because my parents were outside in the garden doing the tomatoes and, doing the gardening. And I ran out and I'm like, I got Joey. And that was the role that everybody was hoping to get. And then we continued to do workshops for another week or so where, characters like Yikyu and Arthur were created and Wheels and other characters were created from that process of the workshops. Like Spike, Amanda Steptoe, who played Spike, that's how she came to the workshops every day with her hair like that. And so they created a character around her actual look and style.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So did you have any leeway in your character design?
I personally didn't have any suggestions or leeway with my character. I do remember countless episodes asking them, can I do this one without the hat? Can I do one without having to wear the fedora? And they're like, no, that's his calling card. That's his shtick. He's got to have the fedora all the time. I'm like, man, I'm going to go bald one day if I keep wearing that hat.
There's so many things to do here at London Comic Con, but one thing I love to do is shop. So let's check out the vendors.
Hi, I'm Keith Maxey. I'm CEO for Red Meat Games, and we came to London Comic Con to bring our game First Impact, Rise of a Hero, which we play in virtual reality, and we wanted to bring it out to all the people who are here at the con to try out the game.
What's the premise of the game?
Well, the background story is that you wake up and you have superpowers, and as every other superhero origin story goes, you're trying to figure out why you have them, how you got them, and ultimately you find out at the end of the day it's up to you to save the world. It's really, really immersive. The way that the monitors work inside the headset makes you really feel like you're actually in that world. So we give you all the what I call the requisite powers of a superhero, from different energy blasts to super strength to the ability to fly.
I have vertigo, so I haven't tried it yet. Is it okay for people who have vertigo?
It mostly is. There actually is a percentage of people who can't try VR, who try it on and they get what they call simulator sickness. So it's just because either the lights or the frequency or something else about the visuals that affects your brain. It is a very, what I call a physiological feedback tool. So there is a lot of things that go on in your brain that happen all at once. So it's not like just sitting down and playing a game. You can actually have a lot of very physical responses to it, such as your vestibular system. We activate that, and it's this really cool little thing that happens when you fall like 50 feet out of the air, which we do in our game.
And for more information on your company,
they can go to www.redmeatgames.ca. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, so pretty much everything, social media, we're there as Red Meat Games.
so you just finished playing. What did you think?
Yeah, it was really cool. The virtual reality was just everywhere I looked, it was there. So it was kind of like there wasn't an escape from it. So at first I was like really jerky, kind of like, what's going on? But then I got used to it. And I like, you stick your arm out and it shows like a red glove. So as you are a superhero. So that's why I had my arms out more. I was like, yeah, getting really into it.
Have you ever played something like that before?
No, I've never really been into video games unless it was Mario Kart, really. So yeah, it was my first like real video game experience and virtual reality, so it's cool.
Were you dizzy at all?
Not really. Yeah, I mean, my bows made it a little bit hard for the thing to get on and off, but yeah, I wasn't too dizzy or anything like that.
So let's find out a little bit about who you are, what you're doing here.
Okay, well, it's just me and a friend of mine who we made this stuff for friends and family for many years and just decided to start doing it at Comic-Cons because we kept getting asked, you know, where can we get that, where can we get that? So we both work from our houses and just do the Comic-Con circuits.
And what kind of products do you sell?
We sell purses, hats, slippers, aprons, necklaces, a lot of stuff for the home, oven mitts, placemats, pot holders, you name it, you can get it. Doctor Who, Walking Dead are probably two of the biggest sellers right now anyway. A lot of the ones that you can't really find too many other places, Supernatural, Firefly, Buffy. But really, pretty much anything, if you want it, we can find the fabric, we'll make it for you. We're quite unique, so we always get a really good response. We do special orders as well, so people can see what they like, and then they can order later if they want to. So yeah, and it's really nice just to interact with everybody as well.
Where can people find you?
We're on Facebook. Emmylou Designs on Facebook, and we've got our email addresses on our Facebook page if you want to email us as well.
Well, this is my first year at the London convention. I love seeing all the costumes. I like getting around, seeing all the different people, especially seeing the faces on the kids. You know, they get to experience something they've never experienced at a place like this. So it's a different experience for everyone.
My favorite part is getting to dress up.
I meet more furries, and it makes me happy. And then Chris is here, which made me scream.
Yep. And I just like walking around and talking to people.
Did I leave my oven on or something? Can't remember. No, it's not on. Oven's not on. Okay, we're all right.
If you want more information on London Comic Con, visit our website, londoncomiccon.ca. Sign up to our newsletter while you're there, and then you'll be kept in the loop all the time with our monthly e-blasts. Or check out our Facebook page or Twitter feed.
Hey, and well, sorry, I just can't even get through this yet. Hi, hey. What was I saying? Hey? Hey is for horses. Hey. Hi, and what? Hi is hi. Okay. I don't know why I'm laughing. I haven't even said anything.